All right, everything should be good. You guys can all hear me. Quick live stream this morning. I'm not going to go into too much detail about too many things. For the most part, the price action is still just grinding sideways here, so there really isn't too much to talk about. Legacy markets in the United States are closed today. It is Dr. Martin Luther King Day, which is a federal holiday, so all markets are closed. Government, federal buildings, all that shit is all closed today. In honor of Martin Luther King. So that being the case, there's probably less liquidity in the markets today. There's probably just in general a little less volatility going on, which in general means that the price is probably going to be moving sideways here. So let's go ahead and I'll flip over to the chart real quick. Boop. There we go. Awesome. Let me bring up some of my other stuff here real quick. Let's go ahead. I don't think authentication failed. What the hell does that mean? Excuse you? Oh shit, my plan expired. Okay, well, no trading light this morning. That's fine. I got to renew that. Okay. We'll take a look at these though. Always going to take a look at the liquidation charts. So we'll open up both of these. We'll go ahead and open up the scalp index as well as BYBT and the economic calendar because I want to see what's going on later on this week in terms of the legacy markets. So let's set this to Eastern Standard Time. All right, there we go. So nothing happening today. So tomorrow, anything happening for the United States? Not really. Crude oil. That's pretty much it. Not really much going on there. Unemployment rates are coming out in Europe. So that's going to be interesting next week. Consumer price indexes. So it's mostly going to be Euro numbers and Canada numbers this week. So not really too much stuff going on with the US. So that's good. I don't really expect the European numbers to really be affecting Bitcoin that much, but I mean, we'll have to see. That's actually something that I plan on paying more attention to in the future is how the Euro numbers and stuff like that, the CPI indexes, unemployment rates, employment numbers, whatever, affect the actual Bitcoin market, because I know how I know how it works with the US markets, but I've never really paid attention to the Euro numbers and how that affects the Bitcoin market. So I think that'll be kind of interesting to take note of this week. So let's go ahead and we'll take a look at our funding rates first, just to get an idea of what's going on here. It looks like most of them are flat or flipping positive. So that kind of aligns with what's going on with the market right now. Just really flat, really low levels of liquidations here. Let's take a look at this for the last 24 hours. All of the liquidations have been longs for the most part, 74% of them. So not really too much going on there. Only 21 million ETH got liquidated. So that's not very much. 16 million. Bitcoin, very low. We'll take a look at longs versus shorts. I'm assuming it's probably not too much going on. Let's look at the last 4 hours. Even FTX is slightly short. Same with OKEX. Durbit's actually really short. These are pretty much, most of these are even or they're net short here. So the price is, I guess, currently grinding down. Let's take a look at, actually, that's it. There's really nothing else to look at there. Let's go over here, take a look at our spot bids and sells and our open interest. This is on BitMEX though. Yeah, very sideways here. Very little price action. To be honest, I'm probably going to wait until tomorrow to be opening up any new positions on my own. Obviously, the algos run on their own, so that's fine. They do what they do. But again, I'm not really going to get into too much of that stuff this week. It looks like we're, we had this move to the downside. We had a little pop, and now we got a correction. We're literally just moving sideways on balance volume, and open interest is moving sideways as well. It looks like there's more spot bids than sells here. The buys have been a lot greater than the sells, which is actually a really good thing. These two balance each other out. That was a pretty big sell. But most of these are green, and most of them are bigger, except for that one, than the sells here. So over the weekend, it looks like people have been accumulating in this range. We'll go ahead and we'll take a look at the volume here in just a second. But before we do that, I want to go ahead and look at all of the liquidation levels and things like that. Oh, wow. They really improved the speed of their platform. This loads way faster now. Way faster. Oh, yeah, definitely floating right in the middle of a range. So I'll be looking to see if there's any confluence up. How come this isn't showing the numbers on the side of my chart here? Oh, okay, there it is. All right, so I'll be looking for confluence at about 43 for the top side, and I guess 41.680, 41, we'll call it 41.7 for the downside. So we'll see if there's any confluence there in terms of like our indicators, Ichimoku Cloud, order blocks or whatever for the week and stuff like that. So let's come over here. We'll switch over to Binance. We'll go ahead and run this. Oh, wow, this is a lot faster now too today. That's good. Looks like they've been improving their platform a little bit. I noticed that some of these are solid lines now. Some of them are dashed. So that's, I don't know exactly why that would be. Maybe it's just, these are individual ones. So I guess maybe the solid lines is when there's like a whole bunch of them stacked together. Let's see, 42.1. What did I say this level was at? 41.7. Okay. So 41.7 is basically this group of longs in here. On Binance, it goes down to about 41.5 until we got this little gap in here. But there's also a tiny little gap in here. So yeah, anything below 41.7, and we're probably going to sweep this block here. Okay, so that's probably what I would be assuming there. So let's go ahead and we'll take a look at our chart. I'm going to take a look at the daily first, and as usual, work our way down. And this is recorded, by the way. This is recorded, so just kind of hold your comments till the end, and I stop recording. And then if you guys have like specific questions or altcoins you want me to go over, I can do that separately just for you guys. I don't want to give too much alpha away in the in the replays when I'm recording these and uploading them to YouTube later. So let's go ahead and take a look at this first. I still have this proposed. We'll just look at the price action first. I still have this proposed channel here where we just had like a quick throw over, support didn't hold, and we kind of broke back down, retested our this top trend line that I have here as resistance, broke down, and then hit our green box here as major support. So we're still just kind of hovering around in that area. This still doesn't necessarily look that good here. Overall for this week, I will be looking to be putting in some kind of higher low. So whether that's just this candle and we bounce off of our trend line here, like 41.7, 41.6, and then start moving again to the top side. For any upside momentum, this is definitely going to be the level to be watching up here, which is about 43.850. So I think seeing a daily candle close above there, that would probably mean more upside, at least coming up here to like 55.5, the mid 55,000s to be retesting this major level, which is actually a midline. Okay, so that's what I would be expecting on the daily chart. Let's look at Ichimoku Cloud. Definitely below everything here, which is not necessarily that great. So it looks like we've got 47.5. I think that's confluent with, oh no, that's way up here. This is at 43. So yeah, so not really any confluence with our MAs or any Ichimoku Cloud indicators for where the liquidations are. Or in our immediate area, but certainly not on the daily chart. Maybe as we work our way down, it'll clear up a little bit. So let's take a look at our other indicators on the daily chart real quick. RSI is still pretty much flat. It's still been in the same range since way back here in November, just kind of moving sideways here in the bottom half of the RSI range. Pretty typical during consolidations and corrections and stuff like that. So that doesn't really come as a surprise to me. What I do like is that we've been getting a lot of really decreased bearish volume here, which is good. That tells me that Bitcoin is trying to find a bottom if it hasn't already. We're probably getting closer and closer to that on the daily chart. Okay, so like I'm talking about for the rest of the month and the beginning of February. Okay, so like this much more price action until about here, like mid-February. Okay, so that's, I mean, it's looking pretty decent. It looks like we did put in a higher low here compared to here. Okay, so that's a good thing. So there is a little bit of bullish divergence there, not major, but it is nice to see that. So over the weekend, these were the candles that we have for the weekend. Really, really weak price action here. Just a couple dojis for the weekend. Very, very little price action. And that's pretty much exactly, if you guys watched the video that I did on Friday, that I posted Friday night and stuff like that, when I did the live stream and posted that, I pretty much predicted that like right out of the gate. Hey, we're going into a weekend. It's already low volume. Monday is a federal holiday in the US. We're probably not going to see any price action, noteworthy price action over the weekend until, mid next week. And that's, so far, that's exactly what's happening. We're just in a very, very tight range here on the daily chart, especially not very much price action to be going off of in terms of analysis for this. So let's cut it back down to a 4-hour chart. Again, RSI kind of fighting to just stay in this flat range here in between 44 and 56. That means that there's definitely no trend. This is like the worst place for the RSI to be stuck in, especially on like an intra-week time frame like this, because that definitely means that there is no frickin' trend. And that is very obvious here. It's just literally completely sideways. Especially through here after we got this green candle, very, very little momentum here. We're literally in like a $400 or $500 range. Very, very, very tight range to be in. We're flirting back and forth with this midline for our overall range here. Very little volume on the 4-hour chart. So this is not opportune trading situation for me. This is not looking very good. In terms of just the price action and the volume, this looks like hot garbage. Even our MACD, the lines are right on top of each other. That's not good either. That means that there's very little to no trend, no momentum, which is really bad. Momentum is made by volume. And obviously, if there's no volume, there's no momentum in the price action either. So this is looking bad. I mean, not bad, but it's just like boring. Well, actually, you know what? Let's come back up to a 4-hour. I want to see. Oh, okay. So that makes a little more sense. Looking at the Ichimoku Cloud here, we did get a bullish cross of our TK lines, the Tengen-sen Kijun-sen. So we did get a bullish cross there. However, we've got this massive red cloud on top of us. And actually, the top of the cloud here is lining up with basically where this 200 EMA is going to be. So we've got our 100 EMA, 50 EMA, Kijun-sen. So this being the case, the most bullish scenario would be just blowing through all of this and testing the 200 and or the top of the cloud and seeing a really strong end-to-end in the upwards direction here, and then coming back down to be retesting this area of current resistance into support and being able to flip this. So that was kind of what the goal was for last week. We didn't really get that last week. I mean, we did. We tested it, but we immediately rejected. We never broke out of it. And to be honest, guys, I really didn't expect a breakout of that on the first try. Okay, that's not going to happen. But I do think that later in the week, when we start getting more volume and more momentum into the market, we probably have a pretty good chance if we can hold these levels and not be falling and closing, 4-hour and daily candles below 42, I think we have a pretty decent chance of being able to pull either an end to end or at least, come up and retest these range highs up here at around, 44 and a half, 45K. So that would be the overall goal for the week here. Let's actually let me turn that off. Where are our points of control at? Okay, so that's really all we got. Very, very tight range through here. Very, very tight range. In general, with us kind of making this slow grind to the top side here, it kind of makes me think that once we break above this range at about 44 and a half, if we start closing above there, we've got a really good chance of coming up to be retesting these 46 and 48K levels up in here, where we had this kind of consolidation area in here. That's basically just breaking up, into the next range here. So we'll have to just wait and see here. This is really, since there isn't much volume or momentum in the market here, it's very hard to be able to pick a direction. So in terms of that video that I gave to you guys also on Friday, the new training video where I discuss straddling the market, this is probably one of those times where if you want to trade and you want to take a shot at this, that would probably be the best way to do it is to be physically straddling the market. To be honest, though, with such low volume, it's not even looking really worth it to me to even do that right now. It's like the lower the time frame I go, the worse it looks, which is not awesome. Very, very choppy, indecisive RSI. This is not good to see. Even on a 1 hour chart, that's not good to see. Let's see here. What's MACD doing? The MACD is super flat and indecisive. This is not awesome. And there isn't even more bearish volume than bullish. Like normally I would consider this like a redistribution or a reaccumulation phase. And we can't even tell which one it is because the volume has been so little and so back and forth through here. So this is normally I like trading the ranges. But when I see a range resolving like this for so long, that's kind of like a red flag for me personally as a trader. Like this is kind of the thing that I want to stay away from and let this range resolve before, taking another position. Now, if I do see a whole bunch of volume, like if we come down, actually, before we come down to a 15-minute, let's look at our Ichimoku Cloud. Oh, Jesus. Even all of our MAs are on top of each other. This is fucking garbage. Really? Jesus Christ. Yeah. Literally all of them are right on top of each other here. This is a really risky, not really a risky place for the price action to be, but this is like really, really bad. Like all of the indicators in all of our MAs are flat. The 200, the 50, the 100, the Kijinsen, the Tengen-sen, they're literally all within what is that? $200, $300. That's extremely unusual. And it's been like that for quite some time with all this price action being so choppy and back and forth. It's been like that for quite some time now. So yeah, I think it might be best for me to just stay away from this today. I really don't want to be forcing trades and start, just like chipping away at the P&L that we've had on our challenge accounts and stuff. I really don't want to do that. That's why in general, I've been trading less through these ranges, because once you start coming down to these 15-minute time frames here, let's take this off the chart without any drawings. I mean, just look at how really ridiculous and choppy this is. It's not looking good. Yes, this is probably the kind of thing that I'm probably going to mostly stay away from today. Even on this lower 15-minute time frame, we're not even getting really good swings on the RSI or the MACD. It's just really low, choppy volume, really low and just choppy, really tight price action in here. I suppose if you wanted to maybe degen this or something, you could. maybe use a smaller position size and maybe just, try to utilize leverage to try and make some small gains or something. But even doing that, I mean, it just doesn't really seem worth it to me. Even if you longed from, oh, you look, I caught the dip this morning. It's literally right back at your entry. Overnight, if you took this and you waited, thinking the price action was going to go up and you went to sleep here, it's literally right back at where you entered and you didn't move. So, basically the same thing if you shorted up here on this bounce, you didn't really get anywhere. What is that, like a 0.5%? Oh, it looks like whoever doesn't have the algo, somebody just got some free alpha. The algo just went long. Damn it, that's going to be in the YouTube video. Whatever. Somebody got some free alpha today. By the time the video gets uploaded, I mean, the signal might not even be valid anymore, but my algo does have a pretty good habit of longing dips, which I designed it specifically to do that. So if it's taking a long position on a big red candle, that's how I trade. You sell those rips and you buy those dips. So that's kind of what the algo does. Anyway, I guess that's really all I can say about the price action today. There's really not too much to go over because there's nothing happening here. So kind of a boring day for the price action. I kind of wish that it was a more exciting stream, but I'm doing the best I can here with what I got, and what I got is just a whole bunch of flat nothing. So honestly, I think today might be the kind of thing where I go outside and just clear the cars off of all the snow and shovel the driveway, and maybe work on client work. And I got to actually get with the dev team from Astrobit and figure out where they're at with releasing the API connections for FTX and all the KuCoin stuff. I really want to get them up and running with that this week, which they did say. I think they said the 15th. I don't know if you guys can see this. I posted it on Twitter. I don't know if you guys saw it. I got my Bitcoin watch from Coin Vigilante here. Let me actually just change to the camera. There we go. Nice, right? Pretty awesome. I like it. Tells time really good. It's nice. Stainless steel, good products, good quality craftsmanship. I'll tell you that. It's not like some rebranded 300. Yeah, it's pretty nice for the price. Got a chronograph and everything. It did come with a leather strap, but I wanted the nice black like metal band, so I got that. So with the metal band, yeah. Well, the leather strap though, I was actually kind of impressed because it is stamped genuine leather and it does actually smell like real leather. In the US, real leather here is like really hard to find. And it's very, very expensive if you can find it. So I was really, really excited about that. But yeah, if you guys are interested in this project, definitely go check it out. Coin Vigilante on Twitter. There's only going to be 750 of these made. I think I got which all of them are marked on the inside. It's going to be kind of hard for me to show you. But on the inside here, you can kind of see the markings that are there. So only 750 of these are going to get made. I got number 128 out of 750. So cool stuff. He's going to be doing meetups and organizing meetups or conferences in the future. And just kind of like with the Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs, the watch is going to be like your entry pass basically to the events and stuff, which is really cool. I'm actually supposed to be working with his name is Carlos Estrada, by the way. If you guys can't find him through Coin Vigilante, his Twitter handle I think is at Carlos Estrada or _ Estrada. I'm not sure. If you search Carlos Estrada, it'll probably come up. But anyway, I'm actually supposed to be helping him organize a couple of these events. He wants to do one in the spring or summer out here in the United States, down in Charlottesville, South Carolina, which isn't far from me now, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to make it down there because I am going to be moving between June and July. I'm going to be moving out Midwest this year and relocating my family away from DC and the city and all this craziness out here. So that said, I really don't think there's anything else to go over. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording now.